That intro is still not getting old yet. What's going on, Dub Nation? You're watching Warriors Today by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Tyler Smith, and the trade buzz is actually heating up. There's actual smoke about a Jonathan Kuminga trade. There actually might be some competition for a Jonathan Kuminga trade as new teams have emerged in the Jonathan Kuminga trade sweepstakes, if you want to call it that. Kevin O'Connor of Yahoo Sports broke it down with a bunch of new teams emerging that could end up dealing with Golden State. Before we get into that report, if you guys want the Warriors to make a big trade, like a massive trade, go get a swing guy who can go get buckets and elevate this team to contender status, prove it to me. Make it known, manifest it. Go down below, hit the thumbs up icon and like today's video. Jonathan Kuminga can be traded on January 15th, and it's January 6th. We're less than 10 days away from Jonathan Kuminga being trade eligible and the Warriors being able to make a deal to improve this roster. They sit at 19 and 18 right now, and I don't think it takes a wizard to know that the Warriors need to improve this roster if they want to contend in the West. I mean, you just lost to the Clippers, who are hot now, and they might creep up on you as the season goes along. So you got to go out there and deal Jonathan Kuminga. He's out of the rotation. He continues to stack DNPs, and we've heard about a couple of teams that have been interested. Sacramento, maybe Chicago a little bit, and maybe some other teams, but those have all kind of fizzled out for the most part. Kevin O'Connor of Yahoo Sports has said 3 new teams have joined the mix. Here's what he said. All summer, the Bulls, Kings, and Suns, that's the team I was forgetting, were the teams most often linked to Jonathan Kuminga, but nothing panned out with Chicago, and Golden State didn't want what Sacramento or Phoenix offered. Recently, it's been the Mavericks linked to Kuminga due to the Anthony Davis situation. But unless the Warriors are willing to part with Draymond, getting AD is financially impossible. So, who are the Kuminga teams? League sources told Yahoo Sports that at least 3 other teams have been linked to Kuminga: the Blazers, the Pelicans, and the Washington Wizards. Woo! That's music to my ears, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm just praying. I am praying that this has real legs. I'm praying that teams actually want the services of Jonathan Kuminga and will give up assets to do so. Now, in terms of the Wizards, I'm not going to spend too much time on them because, one, we'll show you the contract in a second. They don't have a lot that I'm really too keen on bringing to Golden State. But Washington is also looking in a different direction, it seems, at this point. They have emerged, actually, as a Trae Young suitor. Shams Charania tweeted out that the Hawks and Trae Young are working on finding a trade. So his days in Atlanta are numbered. And Washington has come out. Mark Stein reported it. A couple other insiders reported it as the top suitor for Trae Young at this point. So I doubt that they end up doing a deal with Golden State for Kuminga. And even if they got in conversation, I'm not so sure I want anything that the Wizards have to offer. I mean, look at some of these deals. They're bad. Chris Middleton, I had to see, look, I don't watch Wizards games, man. Sue me. I don't watch Wizards games. But I was seeing Chris Middleton obviously makes $33 million. He's still in his old deal from the Bucks. I went to go see what his stats look like. He's not even averaging 10 points per game. I don't want Chris Middleton for $33 million. That would be maybe the worst investment you could ever make. CJ McCollum, he's fine, but do the Warriors need another undersized guard on this team? I don't think so. Corey Kispert, I would be in, but outside of that, there isn't a whole heck of a lot because the next most expensive guys on the roster, Alex Sarr, who's the best player on the team. They're not trading him. Trey Johnson, who they picked in the first round. I think the 6th overall pick in the 2025 draft. They're not trading him. And everything after that is, I think, $4 million or less. Nothing that I really want on this Wizards team outside of Corey Kispert. And even then, I don't think that's enough for Jonathan Kuminga. As far as the Portland Trail Blazers go, because I'm kind of ixnaying the Wizards at this point, the Blazers, there's somebody who I want to get on the phone with, though. KOC says, hypothetically, Portland has Jeremy Grant or Drew Holiday to realistically offer in a trade. And I'm not going to sit here and act like I want any more guards in this roster, but Drew Holiday is definitely a better fit than a CJ McCollum would be given what the Warriors need. The Blazers, though, I would probably be a little bit more keen on Jeremy Grant. He makes $32 million a season. When I made this list, I almost threw up in my mouth because why does Denny Avdija only make $14 million? And why does the contract, why is it front-loaded, by the way? This is a quick side note. He makes $12 million in 2028. He's averaging 25 a game. Could you imagine the Warriors locked into something like that? Nah, surely they couldn't have made a trade with the Wizards. Ridiculous. Damian Lillard, he doesn't even play basketball, and he makes $14 million. Robert Williams, I'm in. I'm cool with it, but I would need Robert Williams and more. And they really can't do Robert Williams and more. Jeremy Grant's the name that the Warriors would be looking at here. He can put the ball in the basket. He's putting up 20 points per game. He's shooting good percentage from three-point range, and he can be that secondary third scorer that when the shot clock's running down, you can look to Jeremy Grant and be like, hey, man, we need a bucket. Can you help us? So I would be in on Jeremy Grant, but Drew Holiday is a cool name as well. One of the best defenders in this league. He shoots the three ball at a really high clip and plays a lot bigger than his 6'4 frame. With that being said, out of those two guys that KOC mentioned, pick one to trade for down in the comment section. If it's Drew Holiday and you want the championship experience in Golden State, drop a JH down below. If it's Jeremy Grant, you will want a little bit more of a scoring punch because he's not nearly as good of a defender as Drew Holiday. Drop a JG down below. Make a conversation in the comments. Alrighty. New Orleans, the Portland stuff, the Washington stuff, that's all fun and games. That's all fun. Portland's got the lotto balls, man. Portland's got what we all want. Excuse me, New Orleans. I just screamed a bunch because I'm so happy that the New Orleans Pelicans are actually potentially interested in making a Jonathan Kuminga deal. Trey Murphy, get on that plane. Herb Jones, get on that plane. I'm all in. I'm making a deal with the New Orleans Pelicans, sending away Jonathan Kuminga over there and bringing one of these studs to the Bay Area. In terms of the Pelicans contracts, there's a couple that you really aren't going to look at trading for. Zion Williamson, $39 million. I'd be interested in making a call on Zion potentially. Jordan Poole, no. No. I honestly contemplated not even putting him on the list because I don't want people flooding the comment section with bringing back Jordan Poole. That guy sucks, all right? He's not a good basketball player. Get that out of your head. DeJounte Murray, I think he's coming off a torn Achilles. I'm not trading for that for $31 million. Trey Murphy, though, 25. I'll send a first. I'll send another first. I'll send 2 more swaps after that. Trey Murphy is that guy. I'm telling you guys this right now. He can put the ball in the cup. He can defend. He can play on the ball. He can play off the ball. He can do it all as a wing. And Herb Jones, I'm in on that too. He's one of the best wing defenders in this league. The outside shot hasn't been crazy for him this year, and he's not the best floor spacer overall, but you're not scoring on Herb Jones. And too often I've seen the Warriors struggle with on-ball defense. He would remedy that big time. You're giving up first for these guys, though. You're definitely giving up first with an S, a plural, for Trey Murphy. You're going to have to give up more first, in my opinion, for Trey Murphy than you would for Anthony Davis. He's 25 years old. He's on an awesome contract, and he's only getting better year after year after year. One of the league's best slashers, and he's getting real crafty with his shot creation, man. That is what would bring Golden State over the top. I doubt they give up 3 first-round picks plus, though, even if that includes swaps. Based on Steve Kerr's comments, he says what were the comments from Steve Kerr? It was like a big swing would be irresponsible. Clearly, he and I are not on the same page because I think the only thing that would be responsible for the Warriors right now is to make a big swing. Give away the draft picks. Hey, if it doesn't work out, you could trade away Trey Murphy in 2 years. When he's 28 years old, he'll still be at the peak of his powers, and you'll get your draft picks right back that you sent away for Trey. That's what I would do. There's no need to bear any expense when it comes to improving this roster. I cannot believe that Steve Kerr has come out and said, we're not going to compete with San Antonio's and the Oklahoma Cities. What a loser comment to make about your team that's trying to compete right now with Wardell, Steph, and Curry on the roster. How dare you make a comment like that? I was embarrassed by Steve Kerr saying that. So just did not like those comments. Does make me a little bit hesitant on believing the Warriors could send away that many first-round picks, though, in a trade. With that being said, we're going to get to a Warriors and Clippers reaction in just a moment. Some crazy stuff went down. I might argue that this game was stolen by the officials and the LA Clippers. We'll break it down in a moment. First, though, I got to tell you guys about our sponsor on today's show, and that is Rocket Money. Have you ever had a moment where you realized you needed help getting your finances under control? Was it a specific purchase, bill, or bank statement that made you think, I need to fix this? I know me personally, I've been ordering out too often. One of my New Year's resolutions was to get better with my spending. I'm doing that with Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money tracks subscriptions and has the ability to cancel within the app with a few taps, saving time and avoiding charges. The app consolidates checking, savings, loans, and investments into a single dashboard to give users a clear view of their financial picture. You can set budgets and goals, get personalized insights and regular reports, and receive real-time alerts for large transactions, upcoming bills, refunds, and low balances. Rocket Money has saved users over $2.5 billion, including over $880 million in canceled subscriptions alone. Their 10 million members save up to $740 a year when they use all of the app's premium features. Let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/warriorschat. That's rocketmoney.com/warriorschat. rocketmoney.com/warriorschat. All right, so the Warriors lose 103-102. They had to look to win it in the final possession with Jimmy Butler after Steph Curry fouled out of this one. And it wasn't a great look. They tried to make a comeback in the closing minutes. They were down double digits, largely because the Warriors couldn't shoot in this game. I thought they got a lot of good looks. I thought they played really well. They were moving the basketball well. Guys were playing hard. They just couldn't hit shots. They went 10 of 41 from three-point range. The Clippers, they shot just a little bit better than you in this game. But that's not what I want to talk about here, because the Warriors forced 20 turnovers. They should have won this game. What happened with about 8 or 9 minutes left is that Steph feels the contact on one of the Clipper defenders, and he throws up a floater from like 18 feet out, circus shot. It goes in. They call the foul. And what happens? They don't give him continuation. It feels like Groundhog Day, because every single game, Steph hits some wild shot that other guys would get continuation on, but Steph doesn't get the call. So fine, whatever. We're not too unfamiliar with that happening. But what happens next trip down? Clippers hit a three. I believe John Collins smacked the three on the following possession. So a 6-point swing potentially right there, because Golden State didn't go to the line at all after that. After Curry got fouled, they missed their shot. Clippers come down and hit a three. 6-point swing. Next Golden State trip. This is where it actually gets ridiculous. GP2 has a nice back cut. I think Draymond hits him on the pass, and he puts up a layup. He's open, and it hits the backboard. And then John Collins swats it, and they do not call a goaltend. And then the Clippers come down and get 2 free throws of their own. They get a foul call. Steve Kerr erupted. I thought he was going to fight the official. I'm not going to lie. Like that, he looked like he wanted to charge the man. He had to be held back by Terry Stotts and one of the players. It was insane. So you had Kerr get ejected there, which means 2 more free throws coming for the Clippers. So you have a 6-point swing there, and then you get another 6-point swing. So 5 points were taken off the board for Golden State, and then 7 points were put on the board for the Clippers. Now, one of them being a 3 that they just made, but that's at least a 9-point swing in a really close game. It's unacceptable. And look, the Warriors could have closed the game better, but that just can't happen in today's NBA. Those officials need to take a long look in the mirror. Steph, though, overall, he was awesome. In the closing minutes of this game, the Warriors looked dead. They were down 9 points, 7 points with less than 2 minutes left. You should lose those games pretty handily most times out of 10. Steph, though, smacks 2 threes. I mean, they were trying to find him some space. They got him some space, and he knocked down 2 big shots. Then the officials fouled him out. So Curry can't get a foul call for himself, but you're going to foul him out? You know how many times Steph's been fouled out in his career? I can count on one hand. The officials had it out for Golden State last night. And I don't even say that too often. This one felt for real. It's like the Rockets game at the beginning of the 2024 season, where they ended it on free throws when both teams were diving on the ball on the floor. So it was just complete officiating malpractice in this one. But let's just keep talking about the players in this one. Jimmy Butler, he was getting to the line a whole heck of a lot. He was good. Didn't turn the ball over too much. 5 offensive rebounds, generating second chance points for Golden State was huge in this game. But clearly Jimmy Butler knows. I think the rest of the Warriors know. I think the Warriors fans know that he can't be the secondary scoring option and affect the game in all the other ways that he needs to on a nightly basis. He could do that for some spot games, but if you're asking him to do that for 60, 70 games of the season, it's just not going to happen. So the Warriors need a bigger scoring punch. Draymond, though, a little bit of a return to form for him. I'll clap it up for Draymond. He was awesome in this game. I thought he defended Ivica Zubac really well. 12 assists to 1 turnover is ridiculous. And he did a good job fighting on the glass. Also, down the stretch of this game, he took matters into his own hands and went right down Broadway for a layup, sprinting right past Ivica Zubac. I thought was a really smart play, too. Draymond was great. A plus 15 in this game after a couple rough patches. He always does this, though. Right after he gets ejected, he'll come and have an awesome game, and then we'll see how long it takes to get back into that rough pattern. GP2, the reason I brought that up about Jimmy Butler is This guy cannot be your third scorer. I'm telling you that right now. Gary Payton would not play on any other teams in the NBA. But because he fits in this Warriors system, because he and Steph have a good connection in the pick and roll, he gets big minutes in this team. He played really well. I'll give it to GP2. He played awesome. But if the Warriors want to be a serious organization, he can't be playing 25 minutes. I'm sorry. Guy Santos closed the game for Golden State. 12 minutes played the entire fourth quarter. The entire fourth quarter, he didn't sit. Why did it take so long for Steve Kerr to put him in? Against a team in the Clippers who have these big wings. They have size. They have length. They're physical. Guy Santos is physical. He's got size. He's actually one of the only big wings on this Warriors roster that gets in the rotation at any point. Kuminga's not playing. So they had to call upon Guy Santos, and I thought he was awesome, man. Generating second chance opportunities, hitting a three, getting to the basket as well, being a nice available back cutter. Guy has impressed me, and he deserves more minutes, flat out. You know who deserves less minutes? Probably deserves to get traded? Moses Moody. He's back into those slumps. He is one of the most hot and cold players I've ever seen in NBA history. He'll go through stretches where he's shooting 45% from three, almost 50% from three for like 2 weeks straight, and then he'll come and be the worst basketball player you've ever seen in your life. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality situation. Warriors need more guys who can play. Pods has sucked lately, too. I mean, does anybody fear this guy when he's on the floor? He didn't do anything. He hasn't done like anything lately, and that's really, really annoying me. I would trade him away too if the opportunity was there and a team wanted him for some assets. Pods was bad in this game. With that being said, I said the Warriors should probably trade Moody. They're definitely going to trade Kuminga. Probably going to trade Buddy Hield too. I would trade Pods. Who would you guys trade? Which players in the Golden State Warriors should be traded away before the deadline? Let me know in the comment section what your answer is, as that will do it for today's show. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/WarriorsTV. The latest and greatest on your Dubs all season long. We'll be live again tomorrow, Wednesday, for Warriors versus Bucks. We'll see you guys all then, and as always, let's go Dubs.